Hey guys, welcome back to Combat Talk episode 4. And we are here. We have a treat today, man. We have the number 12 Bantamweight in the UFC, Cody Stamann. How are you, man?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
I'm doing okay, man. Pleasure to have you on. I just want to discuss, you watching the fights tonight?
Of course.
Nice. Who you got?
Costa Sanya. Now that's a tough one to pick because I think both guys have a lot of ways to win. It really just comes down to who executes the best game plan. This wouldn't be a fight I'd want to bet on, just because I think both of them want it. I think both of them stylistically they show up for kickboxing fights. Honestly, I think Asanya has more ways to win, being that he's a little bit longer and he moves awkwardly. I think it's going to be hard for Costa to get in initially, but I think that eventually Costa's going to wear him out, and I think I could see him winning a decision.
Really, if you want my prediction, man, I've been waiting for this fight for months. I really have. I just think that Izzy's game plan, man, his fight IQ probably one of the best in the UFC, man. He has his kickboxing is too much. I see him as this generation Anderson Silva, and I can really see him picking apart Costa, if you ask me.
Yeah, I think he's definitely got the tools to do that. The problem is Costa's kind of a guy that falls forward. It's kind of always right on top of you. That makes it hard for a guy like Izzy, who's a counter puncher.
Exactly,
someone's constantly putting that pressure on him. He doesn't have that space. So
yeah, as I said,
we'll see how it plays out. It's a good matchup.
As I said in my last episode, I think that Costa's going to try to come in like the way Robert Whittaker did try. He tried to come in aggressively, eventually catch him with a straight. But when you make a mistake against Adesanya, you do pay for it, and I can see him doing it too tonight.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
But I'd love to discuss what's your thoughts on the bantamweight division at the moment, man?
There's a lot of sick fucks in the bantamweight division. I think honestly, 1 to 15, 1 to 20. I think it's the deepest division in the UFC by
for
far.
Sure.
With that being said, I like where I'm at. I think.
Definitely.
I think there's a lot of big fights in my future. There's a lot of big names. I think a lot of people ask if having all the big name guys like Frankie Edgar and Jose Aldo and all those guys. Coming down to bantamweight, is it frustrating for you because it keeps moving you back in the rankings? And I think short term, sure, but long term, I think this just opens up a lot of opportunity for a lot of big fights in the future. I think all these guys are kind of on their way out, and I'm kind of on my way up.
Yeah. Well, man, what's your opinion on Fight Island and everything?
Fight Island, the experience is great. The fight was great.
Man.
Being there, the really hard thing about Fight Island is the COVID restrictions.
For definite, man. That got to be complicated.
And the time change. The time change is hard. I went late. I didn't have the same amount of time as a lot of the guys did, so I never really acclimated. But yeah, I think Fight Island, moving forward, it's going to be a pretty cool place to go and to compete.
Yeah, man. But I just want to discuss. Do you think that up your next fight against Mir Abdalovic? What do you think on your opponent? Do you think you got what it takes to beat him?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, man.
Merab's tough, I think stylistically, I think he's absolute shit on his. He doesn't see that. I think everything he does is kind of off balance. I think it's really obvious. I don't think he has any real power just based on his technique. But I think his wrestling is outstanding. His chain wrestling, especially, he's good at going from takedown to takedown to takedown. So that's something I'm definitely gonna have to prepare for.
Yeah, I'd say you. Well, I'll be definitely watching, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would love to discuss a lot of stuff, man. What's it like working with Dana White?
I don't get a lot of FaceTime with Dana White, but he's the best at what he does. He's good at promoting fights and making a lot of money.
Oh man, that's without a doubt. He knows what to do. But yeah, I've seen many. I've been your fights against Jimmy Rivera, Aljamain Sterling, Alejandro Perez, the etc. Man, you have got what it takes, man. And where do you see the future for the bantamweight division?
I think it's gonna keep changing. I think there's gonna be a lot of number changes, in the next year, kind of like there has been, consistently throughout my UFC career. But, I would like to take care of Merab, and then I would like to get somebody in the top 5.
Oh, you should, man. Yeah, great fight.
Hitter.
Maybe that. I heard that Aljamain Sterling is definitely next for Peteryan. How do you see that one playing out?
I think Jan's going to be a tough guy to beat, but I think Sterling is a really, really awkward, kind of a hard guy to fight, and he's a really, really sick grappler. So, he could be a stylistic nightmare for Peteryan.
Oh yeah, I do see that because
Jan is tough. Jan is tough, but I don't think he's
that tough. Yeah.
The GOAT that everybody thinks is.
Yeah, well, we can see. If you asked me, I've been saying it. I just think that Aldo is out of his prime, and he just, it's not the Aldo anymore, and he just took advantage of that in their fight when he won the title. But yeah,
he's got a lot of mind.
But like right now in the bantamweight division, do you have a certain dream fight that you would like to happen, or a certain fight?
The fight for the title. I don't think there's a specific name that really is more intriguing than another. I think just being at the top is the
goal. I don't think I don't get why they should be giving you a top 15 guy. I would love to see you against maybe Chito Vera. Maybe go up, the next goes into the top to get a top 5 guy.
Chito Vera is ranked way below me. Merab is ranked just below me, so actually,
I see where you're going. When you go on rankings, man. But are you excited? I'm guessing you're hyped. How's the training going, especially with COVID for December 5th?
COVID's fucking old news. No one gives a shit about COVID.
I hate it, man. Yeah.
COVID's old news. We're fucking working out. Fuck COVID.
Yeah, fuck it, man.
Fuck yeah. This is fucking America. We can do whatever the fuck we want.
Exactly, man. How do you see I bet it's very complicated. Is there a certain amount of people that can be in the gym when you're training, or is it like masks?
Oh no, yeah, we let everybody in. Russians.
Oh yeah, man. That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, do you have, speaking of UFC 253, can we get a prediction on the light heavyweight bout for the vacant title? Jan Blachowicz versus Dominic Reyes.
I like Dominic Reyes in this fight. I think the experience he had with John Jones is going to be make the difference. I think he's ready to be the champ. I think he should already be the champ. I think he beat John Jones. So I think Dominic Reyes wins that fight.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Same. I think people are underestimating Jan Blachowicz, but maybe he's just getting that shot because Jones took out the rest of the top 10 with his last 2 KOs off Luke Rockhold and Corey Anderson. But I just think that, especially with the controversial decision with Dominic Reyes, I just think he's going to want to come out non-stop pressure. I don't think Jan can handle it. I'm going for an early KO for that. Yeah.
Solid pick.
Very solid pick. But yeah, man, that's all the time we have for now. It was a pleasure having you on, man. And whenever, please tell everybody about this podcast. It was a pleasure having you on, bro. All right, I'll see you later. All right, guys, and that was Cody Stamann, a upcoming number 12 bantamweight. Very pleasure to have him on. He is fighting in UFC Fight Night, December 5th. Do not miss it, guys. Please go subscribe to the YouTube channel, and do not forget to check out my Instagram page and my Spotify. You'll find everything there. It was a pleasure having him on. I'll see you later, guys.